Project Puff Girls. I am Kriti Chaturvedi with my friends Mariam Iqbal and Ritigya Gupta presenting to you Ducking Off, a duck themed minesweeper created in Haskell.
Our primary objective was to learn and establish a basic proficiency in Haskell, which we think all of us did a pretty good job at. Secondly, we wanted to familiarize ourselves with GUI libraries in Haskell. We used GTK2 for our application and we learned to work with legacy code. And what we feel was the most important objective for us was to develop an attitude to learn things in limited time constraints.
What you see right here are the responsibilities we divided amongst ourselves. Mariam was responsible for creating a basic logic of the board and implementing it in the terminal without the GUI version. Ritigya was responsible for making an attractive Haskell GUI of Minesweeper and making it more appealing and easier to play. Well, my job was playing, testing, and debugging, as we say it. This wasn't to again segregate the tasks into three domains. This was more so we could keep a check on each other and make sure the things were being done because when you're responsible for something, you want to make sure that it's done, right? So, over the course of the 2 3 weeks we spent building the game, all of us helped each other out continuously and well, tried to maintain our tasks as much as we could.
Okay, so this is our timeline. We started the project on 1st July 2024. Week 1 was all about initialization and the basic stuff. We worked on the CLI version, that is the command line version, during the first week, and it was completed on 11th July 2024. In the second week, we worked with the GTK and the GUI version. We completed the GUI version by 22nd July with along with the final testing and debugging.
Talk is cheap, show me the code. So here's our Git repository. Here in the readme file, you can find instructions on how to clone this Minesweeper and play it on your systems. Going on to the code, I want you all to focus on the reveal cell function, which is a beautiful recursion on implementing the zero opening of Minesweeper. Talk is cheap, show me the code. So here's our Git repository.
We started this with lots of hopes and we wanted to learn a lot. That is the primary reason why we took up this project and given how tricky and everything it was, but we came out stronger. Now, as much as we coded in Haskell, I believe all of us have at least a basic proficiency in Haskell. We can write basic codes and everything. And we believe we've also understood the basics of GTK and GUI versions as whole. We also learned how to handle containers in Haskell, how to manage libraries, and how to make the fundamentally immutable language Haskell do tasks which require mutation and everything.
So the implicit learnings include we learned to use Git well, we learned to use the terminal effectively, and we learned the importance of regularly contacting and coordinating with our teammates. So here's a short interesting story that I would like to share with you all. So we were having trouble with our flag function and two of us were trying a different approach while one of us was trying to work on the previous one only. So what we did was we restored back to the previous commit, we created a new branch, and then we finally merged it all. So it was really fun and it gave us real programmer vibes.
When we pitched this project during the boot camp, we started with a question: why Haskell? Well, it's been a long journey, and after numerous learnings, we've come to the conclusion of why not Haskell. So, Haskell's immutability is not something which is suitable for maintaining game states. So, when we are working with games where we have this board and we have to maintain its particular state, we want something which is object oriented, that the game is the board is an object which has a certain state, which was really difficult while implementing in a pure functional programming language. Secondly, GUI programming was quite awkward to write in a purely functional language.
The time we spent making this was far from easy. We faced a ton of challenges. They were fun, but they were challenges nonetheless. The biggest challenges we believed were getting used to programming in a purely functional language, which was a very nice exercise, um, both this phase and beyond the project. We also face challenges in maintaining the game states with, again, Haskell is an immutable language. This was not meant for changing states and everything, but we tried to implement it, and it was difficult but also very, very interesting. And it was a very, very humbling experience. We also learned to use GTK in Haskell without many resources to refer to. Even for Haskell, there are not many resources available online or other places, but we scavenged through the internet and tried to do with whatever we could find, and it was honestly very engaging, interesting, fun.
Not be cool if we now play the game? We've been talking so long about it. So this is the levels. We have three levels: the beginner one, the intermediate, and the expert. So this is how we enter the rows and columns. For flagging, we just had to add one flag before the coordinates. Oops, game over. So now this is our GUI version. So this is a small Dropbox, and we select the levels from here.
They're usually not this unlucky, but there we go. Oh my god. We also have cute duck theme messages to stay on theme. Right now, I also really wanted to show you the flag functionality, the one function we've broken our minds and brains and hearts about. Well, that's that. That was a cute little ducking off, a Minesweeper version of